Hello and welcome to another video. I'm going on with the theme of the last video and doing another thrifty twist where I take an item and give it second life by changing it into something new. For many years I've seen people upcycling men's shirts, and I have been trying, upcycling men's shirts as well, as I've done a series on it before, but I really wanted to make a men's shirt into a dress. Without further ado, let's get into it. The shirt I used was quite oversized on me, and I made sure it had a nice length to it. It was made of 100% cotton. The first thing I did was cut off the sleeves and collar along the seams. I then cut straight across just under the pocket. This will be my skirt. I folded the top bit in half, and using the measurement I required from this equation, I measured across. For the armholes, I marked 9 inches down and 2 inches in, and joined these marks with a J-like curve. Then I cut this piece up. Laying out a sleeve, I marked 12 inches up, which was the length I wanted. Then I laid the J curve over the sleeve and made a similar curve and cut that out. I used this sleeve as a template for the other. I cut open a discarded bit of sleeve and laid my bodice neckline over it. I traced around the neckline, then added 1.5 inches all the way around and cut this out. This will be my facing. I serged around the outer edge of the facing. I clipped the facing right sides together to the neckline and sewed around it. Then I folded the facing under, clipping it in place, and top stitched it down. Using a stitch ripper, I removed the chest pocket. Flipping my bodice inside out, I clipped the side seams together. I sewed, then serged down these seams. Using a long stitch length, I basted around the top of the skirt. I clipped the side seams together and the front flaps together and divided the skirt and bodice into 3 sections: left flap, right flap, and back bit. I gathered the skirt fabric to match the bodice lengths, then I clipped it in place and sewed and serged around. Folding up the seam, I top stitched around so the skirt would hang flat. Turning the dress inside out, I put the sleeves in the bodice and clipped them in place. Then I serged and sewed along the seam. Funny story, I sewed them on inside out at first and had to redo it. I embroidered the words "Be kind" and a little bee on the pocket. Then I sewed it at pocket height to the skirt. Next, I cut out all the fabric I had left in 1.5 inch strips, which I then sewed together. Then I cut this strip in half, so I had 2, and folded them in half lengthwise, and sewed it down. Using my loop turner, I flipped it right side out. I tucked in the ends and sewed across for a clean finish. I sewed these on just above the skirt on the front side of the side seam. And I was done! So that's how I took a men's shirt and made it into a dress. and I really like the way that it turned out. I think it's kind of like a smock dress, and the pocket with the embroidery on it I think is very cute. When I showed it to my mom and my sister, they said that it was exactly what you would think a kindergarten teacher would wear, which, you know, isn't everybody's style, but I work in a daycare, so that works for me. Trust me with your kids, because I look like a kindergarten teacher. I hope you have a lovely day, and today is Pi Day. I don't know, I'm hoping to get this video up today, but whenever you watch this, know that this was made on Pi Day, and you can go eat some pie now. Have a lovely day. Bye.